So we're looking at classifying triangles now. So here's all the information. If you want just this information, feel free to pause the video and take it down. But let's go from the top and have a look. So one way we can classify triangles is by their side lengths. So we'd call this their side name, or the name we give it, because we're classifying it based on side lengths. So this triangle here, we can see that it's got three different side lengths and it's got three different angles. Fact that we have sort of the double line here on the angle shows that this angle is different to this angle, which is different to this angle. And so we call that a scalene triangle. So all different side lengths and all different angles. That's a scalene triangle. Okay. The next kind of triangle is what's called an isosceles triangle, and it's got two side lengths that are the same and two angles that are the same, but one angle that is different. So two angles the same, two side lengths the same is an isosceles triangle. Okay, next one is an equilateral triangle, and this is what's called a regular polygon because all side lengths are the same and all angles are the same. So we can say that about an equilateral triangle, and we can say that all the angles are actually 60 degrees because all the angles in every triangle adds up to 180 degrees. So that's how we classify triangles based on their side length. Another way we can classify triangles is by the angles that are created. So what we can look at is this first triangle here. If we look at these angles, we can say that all of these angles are less than 90 degrees, and we call that an acute triangle because all the angles are acute. They're less than 90. So any triangle where all the angles are acute is called an acute triangle. For example, an equilateral triangle would be an example of a acute triangle. Okay, another triangle we can have is what's called a right angle triangle. And basically a right angle triangle is one angle is equal to 90 degrees. And the other two can either be equal or they can not be equal. And finally, the last kind of triangle, classifying by angles, is what's called an obtuse triangle, which is when one angle is greater than 90 degrees. Okay, you can see that there might be some crossover. So for example, a right angle triangle, if this angle and this angle are the same, then it would be isosceles. But if this angle and this angle are different, which it looks like in this case, then it would be scalene. Okay. And then, for example, an obtuse triangle could be scalene or isosceles, depending on the size of these angles as well. So there's crossover between them. And with that, I think it would be good to give you a problem that sort of looks at that. So the problem is draw an isosceles right angle triangle and label the minimum relevant features. So going back, having a look at the features of right angle triangles and isosceles triangles and drawing in what you think would be the minimum requirements to show that a triangle is right angle and isosceles. All right, hopefully that clarifies that, and good luck, and I'll see you soon.